Professor Foote has his class doing a project together for a semester, final kind of thing. They've called up all the mayors in their state, they've called up all the governors, all the senators to ask about me. Not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. They've got it on video. They've got the certified mail. They've got the fines they've held up at the political rallies they could get to. Big fines. You can make these into binder art as well as posters. They've got that. And Professor Foote says this is the staged nature of, they've also got all the network news folks. Staged nature, unfortunately, of our democracy that needs to change. This is dangerous when they can place a cowardly Hussein in our White House right if we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. Very impeachable Catholic Governor Newsom, who hates saints, has just met with the Archbishop Gomez, and Archbishop, he looks over, the church is empty, and he sees that altar boy, and he calls him over and he says, I've got something for you to do. And then he holds up that big Iranian Solari Enterprises kickback stuff that Governor Newsom, very impeachable Governor Newsom, had given him. He says, I want you to take this to the limo out on the corner. I can't be seen there. And yes, they get that chant going next church service. Recall because we can't call, wherever Governor Newsom might be doing the photo ops with the Catholic Church. Recall because we can't call. So an Archbishop in Vatican City is talking to the Pope, and he says this is for the best. All these bishops, all these archbishops are going to be around you, and when they ask about Catholic Church active part in hijacked lifelines worldwide, you'll be able to say, I don't know anything about it, and actually at the beginning you won't have to worry at all. Because, he reaches over, puts those earplugs in, and he says, let us be your plausible deniability. Yeah, the Pope might be deaf if you're talking to him. And, when Sandra the Guardian Angel brought me that one I liked, I got a kick out of it. I hope others will too. Make those videos. You trying to call me in front of all Catholic priests and bishops. Actually, they will probably be making those videos, won't they? If they are the right kind of priests and bishops, as Sandra says. Take those binders with you, all clergy, all Americans, all firefighters, all police, all soldiers. Hold them up high at those photo ops, all college students. All these are one of 30,000 graphic art photos, prepared as 4x6 photos, but you can size up the larger stuff. And I don't know if I've got these anywhere or not, but especially you college students and church crowd, you can figure that out. Hold them up and say, recall because we can't call. Put a little truth in those photo ops and try to call me in front of Garcetti, Trump, Newsom, and ask them, when else will my phone not be allowed to work? Why are you folks taking part in religious censorship that affects your lifelines? See a vapor trail. Be on the side. Those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, beside the children and truth, make that video of your hijack call to me. I'm Melton, been asking for a Flight 93 check for over a decade. Have yet to get one. Make that video. Time on your phone, number dialed, date in your video. Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the side of children and truth. And yeah, print out these things. I got a few others. All soldiers in Old English there. All clergy, all Americans, of course. Print them out, hold them up at Newsom, Governor Newsom of California, Garcetti, and Trump photo ops. Recall because we can't call. Here's Siren. 911, Flight 93, check and post in 5. Make a video of your hijack call to me, Melton. Not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. And yeah, remember to get that chant going at all political rallies, in particular the ones with incumbents. Recall because we can't call. Not one Flight 93 check call in that decade. And yeah, hold up those big fives at Mayor Garcetti of LA, Governor Newsom of California, and Trump of Russia, of America, and get that chant going as you're trying to call me. Save the video for the Senate subcommittee. Melton stigmatized. Slowly but surely grown a new pair. If the dark part, the browner part can be even darker than that. The whitest, tannest part there between the brown and the blue can be darker or lighter, depending on the day. Yes, I'm Melton. I can't do this eye as well because I can't see the screen. Son of a carpenter and Mary. Dad carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Oh, Mom, Mary Ann. I'm the son of a carpenter, Mary. I get to tell parables. Hear that siren. 911 Flight 93, check and post in 5. Make the video of you had that call to me, not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. Get that on video. Save the video for the Senate subcommittee looking into America's high-tech lifelines. Call your senator. Try to call me. Get it on speakerphone. Ask them why they're not addressing Randall Stephenson and others. Bloody-handed censorship. Bought Spectrum to harass a Christian in a wheelchair. Yeah, me. We are at a Mayor Garcetti photo op, and a college student is there, and he's holding up a big 5. I got plenty of them. A lot of other Flight 93 check imagery as well. And the college student, holds up his phone, and a girlfriend's there, tries to call me, and he asks Mayor Garcetti, why aren't you doing something about America's high-tech lifelines? This man's been asking for Flight 93 checks with these big 5s here for a long time, a decade, and he's yet to get one. And Garcetti looks a little closer. He says, what big 5? What man? Yeah, I have that trouble a lot with U.S. folks. Can be kind of nearsighted. That's why I tell you to print out those 5s and bring them up close to the front and ask him about that Flight 93 check. Not one in a decade. It's early morning, and all Amanda sees is that wall of water in front of her with a little bit of light filtering through. We're at one of those 1,000 points of light. Jesus' immaculate house, here on earth yet to be built. And Father Olfactory's up at the top of the cathedral dome. And he reaches through And Amanda takes his hand and he pulls her through that wall of water just in time to see that beautiful sunrise with that bird flying up into the heavens. I'm Melton. Make that video of your stolen call to me, 424-229-4140. Then come see me in person and tell me what you think of this parable. With the Harbinger cult on hand. And Google with their YouTube and Susan Wojcicki's religious hatred, active part in America's hijacked lifelines, commerce hijacking. Make that video of Susan Wojcicki stealing your business. Oh, who knows what's going on with that? Have 100 folks go to any of these links right here, and on my links Excel or wherever you can find it. YouTube.com/Melton for images for one, and you document Susan Wojcicki's treason for the Senate subcommittee. Here is Simon 911 Flight 93 checking posted 5. Not one call, Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. You're gonna send me something, make a video of it first. And yes, takes just 5 minutes to make that video of your hijack call to me. Time on your phone, number dialed. Get it on video. America's hijacked lifelines. Randall Stevenson, who bought Spectrum next door to harass a Christian in a wheelchair. Yes, I believe the FBI was trying to prevent that because of that monopoly and trust kind of thing. They alter phone records to cover up the crimes of hijacking lifelines. Get that on video. Time on your phone, number dial. Microsoft is doing much better than Google Drive. Susan Wojcicki with that Russian placed Trump in office. Any of these work? She won't let it upload. But I've already got it on Microsoft. Oh, what the hell? Open the folder? I don't think that's it. Something just jumped out altogether. It's comical. It's the Chinese imbeciles. Bad old Chinese imbecile. Bad old Chinese imbecile. Everybody come laugh at it. Some very serious federal folks, or perhaps senators, have gone to a news station, Seattle, Washington, and they're asking about David Rose, who went to school with me. And they say, does anybody have phone video or audio of David Rose, cheeks real red from kissing the devil's ass? Does anybody have any phone audio or video that we might be interested in? And one of the folks there laughs and says, who doesn't? Be the reporter, especially when reporters are the exact opposite of what they're supposed to be doing. Save it for the Senate subcommittee. New Saints YouTube. Hear that siren? Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines. Not one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. All Americans, pick up your phones right now. Make a video of whoever is in the room there with you. Your hijack call to me. You got the time and the date in your video. You got my number dialed. And remember to hold these things up, at least the 4x6 photos. Oh, you got to size up the bigger ones yourself, but hold them up at those Garcetti, Mayor Garcetti of Los Angeles, and Governor Newsom, Catholic Governor of California, asked what his part is in suppressing truth about America's hijacked lifelines. Remember to post. Same with Garcetti. I'm Melton, and I've been asking you to check your lifelines for over a decade with these videos and my graphic art, and I've yet to get one call. 424-229-4140. Make a video of America's hijacked lifelines or your family's hijacked lifelines. I've been asking for over a decade without one. That's religious censorship that places a cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Hussein. That's the most serious kind of affecting our lifelines kind of censorship. It's also business and political, but yeah, not one Flight 93 check in a decade of asking. Make that video right now. Time on your phone, number dialed. Someone asked, tell them, make the video. Time on your phone, date in the video, my number dialed. A lot of stolen mail on that time. If you're going to send me something in the mail, make a video of it first, and yeah, send me anything with a GPS. If it's not a bill, it will be stolen. Those of you who know how to do that, follow that GPS and find America's stolen mail warehouses placing an office all across America. And yeah, save all those videos, even if you're just making a video of your stolen call to me. Time, date, my number dialed. Save it for the Senate subcommittee. And yes, ask them, why aren't you covering this? Why aren't you looking into this? For the evening news, why aren't you covering this? It affects our lifelines, affects our security as a nation and as families. Here is Siren 911. Flight 93, checking posting 5. Trying to call me Melton. You want to know when else your phone won't be allowed to work. Been asking for over a decade for that first 911 Flight 93 check call. Get it on video, PhoneGate. Time and the date in your video, my number dialed, 424-229-4140. And yes, those hijacking America's lifelines for over a decade, worried enough about their crimes to alter phone records to cover them up. Doesn't do them much good. When you got their PhoneGate on video, time and date, my number dialed. Do that, and remember to hold up these things. Pick the one you like. You can find the 4x6s at vote-truth.blogspot.com, and yeah, blow up a nice poster size kind of thing. Hold it up and try to call me at every political rally and ask those politicians, what do you know about this? Why can't I reach this man? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Not getting one Flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking, guys. If that cowardly Hussein placing religious censorship stops your phone in an emergency, it's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a decade and not getting one 911 Flight 93 check call. So get it on video, PhoneGate. It's more than our AT&T livelihoods. Compromises the security of America and our families. So get it on video. And oh yeah, you can find a whole lot of saints, 4x6, if you got a Size them up for the bigger sizes, like 8 by 10 yourself. Try to call me, tell me about that saint that needs an image. And see religious censorship that affects their lifelines. 424-229-4140. Make a video of that, post it, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, 1,000 more. And then come see me in person. Tell me all about that saint that needs an image. Verum video, a more honest world, because of the ever-present eyes and ears of technology. And Dad, the devil hates the Jesus in the window there. Yeah, all doctors, it's nothing personal. We're making the most. We're hanging on your every word. We're making the most of your expensive time. Remember, any one of your patients can have those ever-present eyes and ears of technology rolling with just an audio maker. And you got 30,000 other images can be made into desktops, guys. Check them out, print them out, and hand this to your doctor. Tell them Laurie Ann Brady Bond and the Devil Bonds requested this image with their character. Remember, everybody's watching. Links Excel, and this are the audio docs of me leaving messages again and again about the harassment. And he often, the Mormon Muslim cult, angry 2 months ago, laid in wait for me as I went across the street to get food, and then screamed at me in front of the manager in Shauna's, the manager's office. And they have yet to get back to me. A lot of these documentaries have me asking them, what are you doing about that? Why aren't you doing anything about the noise today, tonight, this morning? It is dangerous folks who are very obviously harassing, and I've had the noise just come on after designing a saint. It's rather saint's image. It's the devil, Laurie, with her hatred. No other way to put it. LAPD, Michael Moore, is at a photo op. He's been explaining why they, who knows, maybe they gunned down another unarmed man. And he is hearing that chant, recall because we can't call it, and I didn't even know police chiefs could be recalled. But they're holding up big fives. You can make these the size of a poster, and it's really the size of the 8 by 10s. He sees them everywhere he goes, and they ask, why aren't you doing something about Muslim Solari Enterprises with their Mormon cult folks from Utah harassing that Christian in the wheelchair who's been asking America in the world check the lifelines for over a decade. And he says, well, I'm just hoping somebody with Muslim Solari Enterprises or one of those others will up and kill him. I want to have to hear about that anymore. Funny thing happened with my blood sugar today. I had my sleep interrupted. I could have slept another 2 hours, but I had to go let the nurse in. She called directly after my sugar check of 389, fasting, of course, as always. And then went down, let her in. Less than half an hour later, she's taking my blood sugar, and it's 420. Who knows what it's really is. It's those the same high-tech toys, high-tech in culture. Right now, 424-229-4140, make a video of it. These are some desperate folks, desperate as those who volunteered the medical community for this image here. The Muslim Martha Mesa down the street with Dignity Health, close relationship to them. Responsible for my trip to the emergency room there and not getting any relief. It's also similar to, if those of you check out those older Tommies from before, over a year ago, yeah, you'll see the I got counts up into the 500, and I'm exactly the same as the counts in the 200s and 100s. Yes, it's the Three Stooges, I think, but you never know. I do know it is a lot of folks are in the medical community a very close scrutiny with that wormwood day of the ever-present eyes and ears of technology. Oh. AT&T that bought Spectrum to arrest Chris in the wheelchair is backsliding. They have the trucks here with the actual names. I don't see one Spectrum. Oh, way over there. Yeah, they're threatening I think. Are you watching the military and Trump, incompetent Trump's administration being made sport of? These docs, look for the days where there are the most. That is when the Utonian cult, with their dangerous Iranian and Saudi Arabian, both just, it's what I say it is. 5 Darnells in the south, yelling and screaming at 5 Bubbas in the south, and then afterwards they go smoke some dope together, all 10 of them. Pardon my fun street fiction, but yeah, when they are around, fly on the wall, that means the most dangerous folks allowed to run wild as Iranians under Trump here. They are the ones to look for and trace back to Utah and elsewhere in America. Instantly stop. We're at a political rally. I'm not sure who they're talking about. I don't think it's Randall Stephenson. Pope. I think he might be Catholic because I see a lot of familiar names. He's not the Pope. But at the rally, and this is kind of a scratch paper if you can't guess that, they're chanting and holding up the big fives. Maybe they're Gregorian chanting. Recall, because we can't call. We don't know when else our family's lifelines won't be allowed to work. Hear a siren and watch your phone just fly from your hands and the siren dies out. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines. Dangerous, folks. You don't believe my little high-tech toys kind of stuff. Pick up your phone. That's your family's lifeline. Not one flight 93 check call and over a decade of asking. Make the video, post the video. Yeah, I got a few other old English, all clergy, all cops, all firemen, all Americans, and yeah. Some tape and some paper clips. Have it on your desk. Now one flight 93 check call and over a decade of asking. Get it on video. Hussein's, Trump's, and Randall Stephenson of AT&T's is phone game. Yes, they come bigger, and so do the paper clips. There, right there. I'm getting a call from Dr. Jackson. I gotta end the video. Rolling out Melton's imagery, Melton skyline imagery to be specific. Check it out. or you can find it through Vote Truth there, as well as Daffodilia, the Wix site, and www.daffodilia.blogspot.com. Follow the links, you'll find 30,000 graphic art photos. You're going to find something you like. And all of that, print me out, laminate, last longer, and remember to check and post and find, make a video of our hijacked lifelines and the dangerous folks, Mormon cult in particular, in Utah with the dangerous Muslim cult brothers from abroad. Get them on video, hijacking your lifeline, and get that chant going at all political rallies. Recall because we can't call. Of course, it's more for the incumbents, but recall because we can't call. Saint says 4x6 photos in a nice little slideshow. I'll show you the email with this YouTube. Oh, the Harbinger folks on site. The reason I'm using this one instead of what I usually use. Well, make sure I get a video of the Melton 4 imagery and the DNFT series YouTube. But before I upload like this stuff, is that Senate subcommittees kind of stuff that affects your lifeline. 424-229-4140. Get it on video right now and try to call me in front of your senator in person or via speakerphone. And this is the playlist on Check and Post in 5. That's it right here. postin5@gmail.com. Check it out. And saintstatusimagery.blogspot.com there. You have to excuse me. I'm a handsome bald guy. I have trouble speaking and making a video and scrolling the mouse at the same time. There are the YouTubes. 47 through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 of them. Going through the year the second time now. Check it out, and yes, there is the playlist if you can type real well. And yes, this is what you'll see. Follow those links, saintstatusimagery.blogspot.com. You'll find these, and yes, you'll find the Mother Teresa image as well. Saint Teresa has a 4x6 photo. You want to size it up for the bigger ones. Get those 4x6 and size away. Remember to make that video of America's hijacked lifelines. Not one Plate 93 check call in over a decade of asking. So tell all of your flock, or whatever you call them, to try and call me. 424-229-4140. Make that video whatever you get when you don't get me. Post. I'm Melton, and no, not a supermodel yet. Came out here with stars in my eyes. Yes, it's California. And that talent agent said you'll never make it as a supermodel with those brown eyes. So I'm working on changing them, slowly but surely. And as always, there's not a brown changing stigmata eyes around to show you. Remember, when you hear that siren, 9/11, Flight 93, check and post in 5. Medical research being passed by. So yes, that's Dignity Health, LAC, USC Keck Medical, the Adventist cult, all being an active part In Odenbeck Medical Research, worse than that, you don't always need a doctor, at least not in a specific state. They are an active part in your hijacked lifelines. So take your tourist boats elsewhere. Florida, New York, East Coast, plenty of other places inland. Take it elsewhere when you call up the mayor of our city, Governor Newsom, and you ask, when else would my phone not be allowed to work? What else are you doing? Besides that, will we get the same medical treatment, disrespectful medical treatment, when we come out there and need to go to the hospital? Get that on video? Those mayors, those governors, those senators of California, as you try to call me on speakerphone or in person, and save it for the Senate subcommittee. Oh, yeah, call me up, try to, in front of your senator as well. Get it on video. Time, date, number dialed. Not one Flight 93 taking a decade of asking. And that's a lot of AT&T's bloody-handed Randall Stevenson next door, and also in Dallas, Texas, where he's based. Getting his hands even bloodier, altering phone records, cover that up. Doesn't do him much good when you get the time, the date, my number dialed. Do that. Randall's phone gate, and yeah, as soon as the Chinese, those with high-tech toys, are not crazy as anything, will get you August phone gate, but I'm one man working alone, and yes, lots, more than ever before, of folks crazy as anything, and stopping my organization of August phone gate. Good thing is I'm designing on a GIMP, so you'll have it for a lot of stuff every month. Remember, when you hear AT&T's bloody hatred commercial in a parking lot or on TV, make a few calls for Mary's Children of 9/11 to Louisiana's Catholics, active in America's hijacked lifeline since the 70s, among other treasonous stuff. But yeah, I've been asking for over a decade. I'm melting for that first Flight 93 check call, and I have yet to get one. That's a whole lot of very influential folks of the Catholics in Louisiana, doctors in particular, active in America's hijacked lifelines. And yeah, call them on that. Supportive of Lorianne Brady Pond in Lake Charles, Louisiana, with her gay husband working at a hospital, I believe. Tried to call me with them on speakerphone or in person, asking when else will your phone not be allowed to work because of what they're active in. America's hijacked lifelines. Devil Lori, her husband, and yeah, all doctors with the hospital they're in, as well as all Catholics, Catholic doctors. When else will your phone not be allowed to work because of what they are an active part in? Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. And yes, if you know any Catholics in Utah, that's a surefire kind of I tell that you they are involved in America's hijacked lifeline, because oh man, constant in the fraud that is folks impersonating me and active in your family's hijacked lifelines. California's, Louisiana's, and Utah's Catholics. Try to call me with them on speakerphone. Yes, Randall Stevenson is a name from my high school and grade school as well, Stevenson. As well as Rose with those 150 million subscribers. AT&T bought Spectrum to harass a Christian in a wheelchair. Call them on that. 424-229-4140. Well, I think I had that one twice. Call them on that. Try to call me. Ask them when else will your phone not be allowed to work. Post. And yes, Stevenson gets his company's hands bloody, placing cowardly Husseins in our White House and gets them even bloodier. Gets them bloodier, altering phone records once he's hijacked lifelines for that political, religious, and business. Religious on top, because of that Catholic and Muslim thing. They don't call him Hussein unless they're Muslim. Gets his hands even bloodier, altering phone records cover up his crimes, so you call him and all those Catholics on their active part in John Milton Brady's AT&T Livelihood and America's AT&T Lifelines post. All clergy. Make a video of your hijack call to me. You're protecting those you are clergy for. Not one Flight 93 check call. That's you picking up the phone, reaching me. Flight 93 check. Like the heroes of 9/11 fought back against those cowardly Husseins, making calls and yes, arresting those terrorists, keeping them from providing further damage. But you can fight back against those hijacking our lifelines for religious purposes. Is the cowardly Hussein's style of missionary work. Attack from the outside, then attack with PC. From the inside, politically correct. So, make that video of truth. Any good clergy can tell you about that truth is you're not getting a Flight 93 check for over a decade. That is this. 424-229-4140. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. Time and date, any video, my number dialed, not one Flight 93 check call. They get their hands bloody stealing your calls, not just to me. Then they get their hands even bloodier, altering phone records, cover that up. Be the reporter. Try to call me right now, 424-229-4140, then call me up in front of. Try to. All reporters, and yes, get those chants going. Impeach Governor Newsom, recall Mayor Garcetti of LA, impeach President Trump. Get those going. Print these out as posters. This is a 4x6. They make good binder art. Print it out. Any of my Flight 93 check imagery and get that chant going. Impeach because we can't reach. Recall because we can't call. Make that video of America's Hijacked Lifelines, World's Hijacked Lifelines post. Come see me in person. Have Whitwood Travel show me the perfect place to build. Jesus is a Immaculate House. Here on earth, best people to start building with. But you gotta do it in person. Dangerous Iranian Muslims with Solari Enterprises harassing a Christian in a wheelchair right here and doing whatever else the cowardly Hussein placing crowd is doing across the country. Get it on video. Come see me at Whitwood Travel show me the perfect place to build. In person. Remember to bring a lift for gold. Motorized wheelchair. Some skyline imagery. Little bus imagery. Cloud imagery. It's Milton's imagery you can find. August 2019, that's 4x6 photos. These are 2 to a 4x6 photo. But you'll find them as a 4x6 photo prepared to be printed as 4x6s. Yeah, I did a lot of saint imagery last month. You can find all those saints with whatever background you want. I hope you get the GIMP program up on the driver too. I mean, yes, I'm sure there are all kinds of folks out there who can do that for you. What's the background? Oh, it's There's the green, blue part here, or the green part here. And yeah, some folks will like a darker background, a lighter background. And you got your choice. It will take up like a half a gigabyte at times. And you can print out whatever you want. Don't like the white, nice blue. And yes, you don't have to wear Melton's imagery. Couple of paper clips and some tape, and you got some nice tabletop imagery, 30,000 plus and growing. Come see me in person when you see my hijacked lifeline, my AT&T lifeline, let me put it that way. Your AT&T lifeline. You don't know when else that phone won't be allowed to work, but you can bet it's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 93 check for over a decade and not getting one. So make that video of your AT&T livelihood and lifeline. Whenever you get that boring thing you get when you try to call me. Yes, it's our AT&T livelihoods. So that the Great Wall of Evil can have whatever they want at the top of the business. No matter what business you're in. And yes, personal knife in the back. Make documentaries of all those for Labor Day activities done with impersonators of me. Save the videos for the Senate subcommittee. It's a whole lot of folks committing fraud. Get it on video and just come see me in person to get a nice contact image with skylines, flowers, your friends, family. Make that video of America's Hijacked Lifeline, save it for the Senate subcommittee, time on your phone, number dialed. Come see me, let me design you some nice flower imagery. See a helicopter, 911, flight 93, checking posting 5. You're trying to call me Melton. Handsome bald guy in a wheelchair. Oh, that's gold. Sharp wheelchair. I gotta get a helicopter 5, huh? See that helicopter? (911) flight 93, check and posted 5, not one flight 93 check call in over a decade of asking. Make that video, post that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, oh, there you are, go. Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the side of children and truth. Do some intel for America with those actively involved in America's hijacked lifelines. It may seem mean to some, this one right here, but not one bad comment by phone, mail, internet. These can be printed out from need to get a website in there, vote-truth.blogspot.com, I think. Print them out, hand them out. Also those websites up there, look for the Flickr for sure, it should have that. And yeah, print them out, hand them out at your church, your college, where you work, your neighborhood. Tell them you can't reach Melton. You have no idea when that phone won't be allowed to work. So get it on video. America's Hijacked Lifeline. Rebel Stevenson next door, getting his hands bloody. You like placing cowardly Husseins in our White House, among other things. Then gets them even bloodier, altering phone records to cover up his crimes. Doesn't do him much good when all of America can do what I'm doing right here, make a video of your hijacked call to me with someone else's phone. You got the time and the date in your video, you got my number dialed, you got AT&T's, Hussein's, Trump's, Garcetti's, And Newsom, Catholic Governor Newsom. Oh, you've also got Archbishop Gomez's phone gate. All good Catholics try to call me in front of that bishop you have in your part of the country, part of the world. Get it on video. And you just hold these up. You can. That's not available at like Vote-Truth. You're gonna have to size up the big ones, but as 4x6 photos, yeah, print them out and hand them out. And everywhere Newsom and Garcetti and other politicians, Trump, go, have those big fives, ask why can't I reach Melton by phone? When else would my family's lifeline not be allowed to work? Again and again. Get them to address what placed them in office, those politicians at least. America's Hijacked Lifelines. Whatever boring thing you get when you try to call me, phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Not going to be boring. If you need the firemen, police, paramedics, it's money out of your pocket every day. And whatever boring thing you do get, when you're calling up countless other folks, even voters, if your business is politics, and you get that boring thing, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, that is our AT&T livelihood, so that the Great Wall of Chinese Evil, or whatever you might want to call it, can have at the top of whatever business you have, so they can have them there instead of you. So make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. It's your AT&T livelihood and lifeline. Point that out. And hold up those fives at everything. Every photo op, even especially like it. Archbishop Gomez has a photo op. Hold it up. Ask, why aren't you addressing this threat to Christianity, to the world? America's Hijacked Lifelines, the world's Hijacked Lifelines. Get his reaction, post.